Hi and welcome to this month's Approachable Lawyer newsletter. We've got a big newsletter for you this month, so let me just crack straight into it. Have you ever been in one of those situations where you're about to do a business deal and in your heart of hearts you know that you should really get that deal documented in writing to make sure the other person doesn't renege and you don't lose loads of money on the deal? But you're scared of doing that for two reasons. One, you don't want to put on the table a 20-page legal document full of legal jargon which you think is going to frighten the other person off. And secondly, you probably don't want to go and get a lawyer to draft a 20-page document because you know it's going to cost you a lot of money. So what do? Well, one answer for you may be to get a Memorandum of Understanding. Let me explain what that is. Basically, a Memorandum of Understanding is like the bare bones of your eventual legal agreement. It's going to be a fraction of the size, it's going to be in plain English, and it's probably not going to frighten the other person off. Now, what I want to emphasize about the Memorandum of Understanding is it is a binding legal document. So the other party can't renege, you can still sue on it, and all those kind of things. But of course it costs less and it's less likely to frighten the other person. And it contains a clause which says, or which anticipates, that you will both enter into a proper full legal agreement at some later stage. Now, effectively, what that does is it buys you some time to see whether that deal or whether that relationship is going to work before you actually invest the time and get a proper, or time and money, and get a proper legal agreement drawn up. So if you think you might need a Memorandum of Understanding, I suggest that you have a read of this month's article. You'll find the link to it in the newsletter or in the box below. And for Secret Library and Hotline members, I'll also be putting a template Memorandum of Understanding in the Secret Library over the coming month. Now, the other important piece of news I have for you this month is in relation to the 90-day trial period. Now, just to recap here, last year the national government introduced legislation which said that for businesses that employ 19 or fewer employees, you can have a 90-day trial period clause in your employment agreement, which meant that if you got rid of an employee within that 90 days, you would not get sued for a personal grievance. That meant that you don't have to worry about genuine reason or process. You could just go ahead and give them notice and get rid of them. Now, that's absolutely fantastic. However, a decision of the employment court this month has said that if you want to rely on a 90-day trial period clause, not only must you have that clause in your employment agreement, but also you must make sure that your employee signs that employment agreement before they start work for you. That means even if they've done, say, a day's work for you and then sign the agreement, that trial period clause will be null and void and you won't be able to rely on it. Now, of course, it's always been good practice to make sure that your employees sign their agreements before they start work. But if you ever needed a reason to make sure that happens, then this is it. Because if you don't do it and you proceed to dismiss someone under the trial period, only for it to be null and void, you could end up getting sued for a personal grievance, and we don't want that. The next thing I want to recommend to business owners is that you go out and buy and read, if you haven't done so already, Michael Gerber's E-Myth. Now, I've read that book and I think it's an absolutely fantastic book. And what it teaches is that you must systemize and document your business in order to make it successful. It will increase your profits, but more than anything else, it will allow you to take a step back from your business so you're not running around like a headless chicken and spending all the hours that God sends at the office or in your place of work. But the problem for most business owners is, how do you actually go about documenting and systemizing your business? Well, I may have the answer for you. On the 27th of October, I'll be speaking at a seminar called Simplify to Amplify. And that seminar is all about how you go about systemizing and documenting your business. So it's on the 27th of October. It's being held at North Harbour Stadium in Auckland, and the investment is just $149 plus GST. So if you are one of those business owners who know that you need to get around and do this, I strongly recommend that you come to this seminar. So to reserve your place, just simply drop me an email, michael@approachablelawyer.com. Or even if you think you might be interested in coming but haven't quite made up your mind yet, then also drop me an email, because I can send you a flyer with a little bit more information about the speakers and what the seminar is all about. So again, just drop me an email at michael@approachabelelawyer.com. The seminar only lasts for the duration of the morning, so it won't take up much of your time. The other thing I was going to mention to you was Mastermind Groups. Now, if you've read a lot of books by top entrepreneurs such as Bob Proctor, Jack Canfield, etc., they will talk about mastermind groups, and they attribute a lot of their success to them. So what are they? Basically, they're just groups of people who are like-minded individuals like yourself, your peers, other business owners, and you get together on a regular basis, you brainstorm ideas about each other's businesses, and you help each other make your own businesses a success. Now, one of the problems with mastermind groups is, first of all, setting them up, and also giving them some kind of structure and regularity to them. Now, what I want to introduce you to is a new concept called the Gold Medal Academy. Now, the Gold Medal Academy has been set up by Mark Sutherland, who's an ex-Olympic coach and also a business coach. And what he's done, he's taken the mastermind group concept, but the only difference is that he will set it up for you, and he will actually facilitate that mastermind group and give you business coaching within the group setting in order to ensure that you get great results. Now, he's tried and tested this methodology with existing clients and has got tremendous results. So if the kind of one-on-one business coaching thing hasn't quite worked for you, or if you're looking to accelerate your business growth and get really good results by getting together with like-minded business owners and a business coach, then I suggest you have a look at the Gold Medal Academy. So if you want to join one, you can either drop me an email at michael@approachabelelawyer.com, or you can check out Mark's website using the link in the newsletter or in the box below. So that's all we've got time for this month. I hope you've enjoyed the newsletter, and I look forward to speaking to you again next month. So until then, Michael Smythe. Thanks a lot.